Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a Q&A. I have a ton of questions I asked you guys on Instagram, but I think this is going to be a really fun, juicy Q&A. So I really hope you stick around and watch the whole thing. And if you are new to my channel, I really hope you will go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join my YouTube family. And yeah, with all that being said, grab your glass of wine and let's get started. Okay, so let me pull up the questions. And real quick, I get a ton of questions about my phone case. I always have this linked in the description of all of my videos with a coupon code for you guys. Okay, so first question is, what is your favorite boy name and favorite girl name right now? Okay, so the baby name that I'm really loving right now for a boy is Cruz, C-R-U-Z. I don't remember where I heard it, but I think it's definitely getting more and more popular these days, and I just think it's really cute. And a girl baby name that I am loving right now is definitely Savannah. That has always been on my list for so long now, like years and years, and I will just never stop loving that name. I just think it's so beautiful. I feel like I can relate to you in so many ways. I'm curious as to why you haven't taken Clomid a second time if that is how you conceived sweet baby Cam. This is a really good question, and I often ask myself the same thing, but I think the reason that I haven't taken a second round of Clomid is because I'm scared to, and not just because it's a fertility drug. Like, I've taken Clomid before, so I know that my body can handle it, and you know, I'm fine on Clomid. It's more of the fact that I don't want to be pregnant and then take Clomid. And I feel like sometimes I really think I'm pregnant, and then I take tests and they say negative, but in the back of my mind I'm like, but what if I am? And what if it's just not showing up on the pregnancy test because it's too early? My doctor did say that on cycle day 35, I'm able to go ahead and test for pregnancy, and if it's negative, then I can start this whole, round again of Clomid. But I've just been nervous since I don't ever really know when I'm ovulating. I think that's what makes me so paranoid. Like, if I knew exactly when I was ovulating, then I would feel more comfortable taking the Provera and Clomid, because I know that for a fact, 3 to 4 weeks later, if I'm getting negative pregnancy tests, then I'm definitely not pregnant. But since I don't know when I'm ovulating, I could technically be ovulating later in my cycle and not realizing it. And then I could be a week or two pregnant, but still getting negative pregnancy tests, and then I go ahead and take these pills and then something happens. So I think that's mainly, that's my biggest reason as to why I haven't taken the second round. And I'm definitely gonna explain this to my gynecologist next week when I go and see her, because it is a concern of mine. Yeah, I definitely am going to get a blood test next week when I go visit my doctor. If it's negative, which I'm assuming it's gonna be negative, unless there's some huge surprise. But if it is negative, I'm gonna take Clomid, and I'm gonna try to get her to up the dosage to 100 milligrams. So we will see. Next question is, how did you grow your channel? Sending happy thoughts. I started my channel about 3 years ago. It was a makeup channel. It wasn't really going anywhere, but I loved doing makeup, and I still do love doing makeup, although I love doing lifestyle vlogs 10 million times more. I feel like I found kind of what I'm supposed to be doing now. But I would say definitely after I had Camden and I uploaded my live birth vlog, that kind of took off, because that just immediately started getting so many views, just because I pulled him out of myself. So since I pulled my own baby out, a ton of people, I guess, were like, ooh, what in the world is this? Because I feel like a lot of people don't do that. That birth vlog now has close to 3 million views, I think. So I think that's what really helped me initially grow. And then I would say just doing collaborations, meeting other YouTubers and YouTube moms, and then just being consistent with putting videos up every week, that also helps. How many kids do you hope to have? Boys and girls? I would like 3 or 4. Ideally, I think 4 would be so much fun, and I would love to have 3 boys and 1 girl. I'd love to have 3 boys in a row, and then my last baby be a girl, so that she's my little princess and she has 3 older brothers to protect her. Why are you just so amazing? This is from Ryla. Ryla Pack is the diaper bag that I love, that I'm always showing to you guys and sharing with you guys. Seriously though, I praise you for being super strong and positive about your TTC and being an amazing mom and wife. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay, next question is, what are some things you do to stay positive, happy, and such a great mama? Oh, well, thank you. I'm naturally a really positive person and a really happy person. I've always been that way, so there's nothing that I specifically do just to stay positive, but I think it has a lot to do with like your outlook on life and the way you think. And I think that if you are more of a negative person, you can change that around. It's really just like mind over matter. Like, you have to look at the good things in your life and don't dwell on the negative things. Like, there's always going to be good things. So if you're constantly just thinking about all the bad things, all the negative things, like what could go wrong, you're never going to be happy. You have to think about all the things that could go right, all the things that are good in your life that you're grateful for, and it will change your life. It will change your whole outlook, and you will begin to enjoy life more and just be more of a happy person. And that is my piece of advice for how to be happy and positive. Okay, next question is, do you and your sister and brother all get along? Yes, we all get along. My sister is 37, 38, and we're very different, but we get along very well. Like, we love each other so much. We're very close, but we're just super different. And then my brother lives in LA, so I don't see him that often, maybe twice a year, but we are very close as well. Yeah, I love them so much, and I'm so lucky to have them as my siblings. How did you know you were ready to TTC number 2? So how did I know I was ready to start trying to conceive baby number 2? I actually thought originally after having Cam that when he was 1 year old that we would start trying for baby number 2. I just thought it sounded good. Like, it sounded like, okay, they'd be close in age, and by the time he's 1, we'll be ready. But when that time rolled around, we realized we were not ready to start trying for another kid. I was just like, he is a handful right now. I'm still learning things, and I'm enjoying him so much that I couldn't even imagine having another baby. And so with all those thoughts going through my head, I was like, well, that's just telling me right now that I'm not ready for another one. And so we waited, and you know, we talked about it here and there, but we both were like, let's wait. And then by the time it was October, so he was like a year and a half, he was like 18-ish months, we were like, okay, let's start trying. And then, you know, now he's 27 months and it hasn't happened yet. Love your channel and beautiful soul. Thank you so much. What is your guilty pleasure in life? Just like chilling under the covers, literally in my bed under the covers, super comfortable in my PJs with some really good food and a Lifetime movie. And that is probably a huge guilty pleasure of mine. Do you feel like your content is held back or limited at times because you are trying to respect your husband's wishes of not wanting to be on camera? Is there a specific reason he doesn't like being a part of YouTube, or is it just not his thing? And does it ever cause confrontation, frustration in your relationship? And do you think there is ever a point where he will be more active on your channel, or are you just happy keeping it as yours? This is a really good question, and I feel like a lot of people have asked this before. So yes, I do feel like my content is held back. I see so many other YouTube mom bloggers whose channels have really grown, and I feel like it's because their family is involved, their whole family, not just their kids, but their husbands are involved. And you know, all of my friends who do YouTube, all of their husbands are involved. You know, not much, they're not in every single video, but they definitely do Q&As with them sometimes, or they film like daddy nighttime routine or daddy weekend routine, or they'll talk to the camera and hold it in front of them, you know. And you know, it kind of makes me sad because I'm like, I wish Alex would be more interested in my YouTube channel, because I think you guys would love him, and I know you guys want to see more of him because he's a huge part of my life. Obviously, he's really funny, he's super weird. I think he would be a hit on my channel, I really do. So it sucks that he doesn't want to be a part of it right now. He's just not into social media. He doesn't like people knowing anything about him. He's a very private person. That's just how he is. He's always been like that. I remember when I met him like 10 years ago, he didn't have a Facebook, and that's like the first thing a girl does when they meet a guy that they like. I went to go stalk him and he didn't come up. I'm like, did I spell his last name wrong? Like, what in the world? Where is this guy? Like, Is he ghosting me? Then when I talked to him on the phone, I was like, are you on Facebook? And he was like, no, I don't do Facebook. I don't do any of that. And so he's never been on social media. He never wants to be on social media, so he will never have an Instagram or anything like that unless I like make one up for him. It's just not his thing, and I don't want to push him to do something that he just doesn't want to do. I've talked to him about it, and I'm like, you know, if my channel ever really grows where it's like super big, and I just really need you to kind of be a part of it here and there and kind of just be involved so my subscribers know who you are, like, would you do it then? And he said if things change later on where like it's really grown into like a huge business for me, then yeah, like he would be a part of it. One thing that I do want to say is if I can hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I am gonna make him do a video with me. So I don't know what kind of video it's gonna be. Maybe you guys can choose. Maybe I'll do like a poll, but either like a Q&A with him or like a husband buys my outfits or like a challenge. He would probably enjoy doing like a challenge more. He doesn't really like talking in front of a camera. I think he like feels super awkward. So like a challenge with the two of us would probably be more fun for him. So that is something I'm gonna make him do. If I can hit 100K subscribers by the end of the year, I will have Alex film a video with me. So you guys got to get me there. Is there an update on Cam's finger? Yes, and I talked about it in the last video that I put up on Wednesday. What song was you and Alex's first dance?
We were born before the wind. Spirit fly into the mystic.
It was Van Morrison's Into the Mystic, if you didn't already catch on. Do you plan to do weekly pregnancy updates on your channel with your next baby? Prayers that you're able to get pregnant soon. Thank you so much. And yes, I definitely 100% do. All right, next question. What sort of equipment do you use for your videos? I always have all of my filming equipment linked down below. What keeps you going, TTC? I know when I get a negative, I get sad, upset, and I just want to give up. I also start feeling like a failure when I see that negative because something that should come so natural to a woman, I can't do. Some women literally sneeze and get pregnant. I just don't understand, LOL. So true. I know it's definitely hard. It can feel lonely and frustrating. I definitely feel those feelings when I get a negative. But I think what keeps me going is just the fact that I want it so much. Like, I want another baby so badly. I want Camden to have a sibling so badly, and I really want to grow my family so badly. So I think it's just something I really want. I'm not willing to give up on it. I know that I'm gonna have another baby. I don't think that I'm not going to. Like, I see another baby in my future, so I know I'm gonna have another one. I just don't know when. And I think that's probably the hardest part, is like, all of my friends are getting pregnant, and it is easy for a lot of my friends to get pregnant, and they're all gonna have their kids like really close in age, and they're all due pretty soon. You just have to, I don't know, enjoy like what you have right now and keep trying. Don't give up, but just have fun every day, live your life, do things to get your mind off of it. Go skydiving. Favorite rosé, just getting into it. Girl, I am just getting into it too, so I don't have a favorite. I literally, like, I didn't like rosé before I went to Vegas. And then I went to Vegas with like all of my YouTube girlfriends, and they were all super into rosé, and I was like, am I missing something? I feel like everyone I know loves rosé, and I was really trying to hop on the rosé bandwagon because, like, I mean, it must be good if everyone loves it, right? But every time I tried it, I just was like, I'm such like a red wine girl. But I think it was Aaron who told me to get Brut rosé. So I did. I went to the store and I got what she recommended, and I loved it. How does your husband and family feel about you being so open about your TTC journey? Alex thinks it's really weird. He thinks that I'm super weird just for sharing like everything about my life with you guys. But that's, again, just because he's a very private person, so he doesn't get it. Sometimes my mom will watch a video and call me and be like, how come you didn't tell me this? I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, I don't want to like watch your video to find this stuff out. You should call me and tell me. And I'm like, well, Mom, like, I don't tell you with every single pregnancy test I take, because if it's positive, I want to surprise you. So I don't want to let you know like, oh, I'm going to take a pregnancy test tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, because I want to surprise her if it is positive. So I don't really like let her know when I'm taking one, and then I'll just post a negative pregnancy test video, and I guess she'll just get like a notification on her phone like Liza just posted a live pregnancy test and she'll like freak out thinking that like I posted a pregnancy test video that's positive and she doesn't even know yet. I'm like, Mom, I would not do that to you. You know that I would tell you first. Well, I would tell Alex first and then I would tell my mom. Next question is, what's the hardest part about being a mommy vlogger? Definitely the mom shaming, I would say. People judge you for everything you do, and it's like, we're all moms here. We're all trying to live. We're all trying to like learn. And for someone to put you down for doing something just because they don't do it that way or they don't think it's the right way to do it, it just sucks. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I love you guys so much, because I really do feel like I don't get a lot of rude, mean comments. I mean, once in a while I do, but for the most part, I get like super positive, amazing comments, and it just makes me so happy. I really feel like I have the most amazing subscribers. Would you ever do a vegan diet? No, I don't think I would ever do a vegan diet unless like the doctor told me I had to. I love food, you guys. I'll eat anything, like besides lamb, duck, deer, and parsley. I'll eat anything. Do you want to go more blonde? I love your hair and your mommy videos. Thank you so much. Yes, I do. My mom keeps trying to talk me into going darker, like back to black, but I want to go more blonde before I go dark again. I definitely do want to go back to dark brown eventually and just keep it that way, but since I already like did the balayage blonde thing and I've already kind of ruined my hair by doing the bleaching, I feel like I should just kind of go full force with like doing it even more blonde, but keeping my roots darker, because I do like that like fade look, but I want to do that before I go back to black, because once I do go dark, I'm not going to dye my hair again. So I feel like it'll just be fun to play around with it. But I just have to find someone to do my hair. I kind of wanted to get it done. Like, my brother's wedding is in August. It's in Malibu, California, and I'm gonna be out there for like a week, I think. And I really wanted to get my hair done before going out for the wedding, but I haven't found anyone. So if you guys know of anyone in the DMV area, or maybe even in LA, since I'm gonna be out there for a while, let me know. Oh my God, this is a really good question. Besides Channing Tatum, what other 2 guys would be your hall pass? Also, who does Alex pick for his hall pass? Okay, so definitely Joel Kinnaman. You guys know I am like so in love with him. Oh my gosh, he is Detective Holder on the show The Killing. He's also in Altered Carbon, but I haven't seen that show. You guys all tell me that I need to watch it because he's like half naked in it. And then one other one besides Channing Tatum, I think it would be Chuck Bass from Gossip Girl. So Ed Westwick, I think his name is. Yeah, definitely him. And then as far as Alex's picks, oh my God, you guys. He really is into Abigail Ratchford, which, who isn't into that girl? I'm into that girl. What is that girl's name from? Her name's Alice in the show The Magicians, but I don't know her real name, but her character name is Alice. Do you plan to put Cam in private or public school, or do you want to homeschool him? I don't know. I always pictured him being in public school, especially because like the area that I live in, the public schools have always been like really good public schools. So there was like no need to go to private school like where I'm from. But I don't know where we're gonna end up living later on down the road. Like, we might move out of state, and obviously like we want to move to a good area wherever we move to. So Alex 100% wants to do public school. He's always been about public school. I just don't know. And while I'm on the subject of like possibly living somewhere else in the future, I do want to say we are going to move, and I'm so excited, you guys. You guys have always asked me when we plan to move, where we plan to move, and we finally like really sat down the other night and discussed it. And in about 6 months, so like just after the new year, we're gonna start looking for a new house. Like, I'm so freaking stoked, you guys. We don't know where exactly we're gonna look yet. It may be out of state, it may be in state. It just kind of depends on like where Alex is with his career at that time. But since he does work from home and I obviously work from home, we could technically move wherever we wanted. If we are to move out of state, we've talked about it, and we definitely want to move to the south. So I don't know where exactly in the south, but we want to move to the south. I would love to move to Texas. I've told you guys that over and over and over again. I feel like I'm such a Texas girl, like I just belong there. So I would love to move to Texas. Alex would love to move to Texas too. That's something that that is a location that we both agree on, which is awesome, but we both just love the South in general. So if we were to move out of state, it would be the South. And if we were to stay in state, I would like to move to Virginia, which isn't in state, but it's, you know, DC, Maryland, Virginia is always combined all the time. So I would like to move next state over and move over to Virginia. So that is something that we're going to discuss in about 6 months, and then we're going to start looking for a new house, and I can't wait. And honestly, it is all because of you guys. Like, just having this career has helped us a lot, and it is a big reason why we're going to be able to move. So I want to say thank you to you guys, and I'm so excited for you guys to follow us on this journey that we're going to be doing. I know it's like a little bit of ways still, but it's just still really exciting to think about. You guys, all day long I'm like daydreaming of a new house and where we're gonna live and where we're gonna raise camp. But I did want to update you guys because we did have this discussion a few days ago, and I've been like so excited about it, and I've been wanting to tell you guys that we finally are gonna move. So I think that is it for this Q&A. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for all of your questions. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I will put my handle right here for you guys. You definitely should follow me because that is usually where I ask my questions for my Q&As. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification to be notified every time I upload. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in my next video, and have a great weekend. What? Is it a bug?
No.
What? Ew! What the hell? Find it! Find it!
It's gonna be right over here somewhere. There it is.
When the lights are out and you stumble in the dark, you kept pushing on, but then you went too far.